Hi again, it's Margaret, and I have a new recipe for you today, and this is one of our family favorites. It is just kind of a season for fresh fruits and vegetables, so I'm sticking with the theme another video. And this is Pico De Gallo. Pico De Gallo, or fresh salsa, is so full of flavor, vitamins, and nutrients, and it's just delicious. You can use it several different ways. So let me go over exactly what you'll need for this dish. First of all, I have Roma tomatoes. Is the ones that I happen to choose. You can use any kind of a tomato. These are not as watery. They're a little more meaty, so when you make the salsa, if it sits out for a while, it doesn't become quite as liquidy, and so the Romas are great for that. Today I'm going to be using 6 of those. I was just amazed at how many different kinds of tomatoes are out there. You can really even use the small tomatoes, the little cherry tomatoes, and they're great in it too. When I cut these in kind of a diced form, I just go down with a serrated knife. It makes it a lot easier when it has the little ridges on it, because tomatoes can be kind of tough to cut. So I just kind of go down both sides as much as I can, and then I just keep it all squished together, and it makes these nice little tiny cuts or dices or cubes, and that makes it just easier to eat on a chip. And there's going to be lots of things you can do with this dish, as well as ways to serve it and what you could serve it with. So I have a total of 6 Roma tomatoes here, and I'm just going to take them. You can see there's just not that much liquid in the Roma, which is kind of nice. So they just kind of stay dry. See how there's nothing running off the board. So I'm going to take my Roma tomatoes, and I've got 6 here all together, diced. That makes a nice sized bowl. And next I've got about 1/2 of 1 sweet onion. I was looking up onions and thinking, what's a benefit of an onion? And they have lots of phytochemicals, and they work with the vitamin C in your body. It enhances the way vitamin C works, is what it does, and therefore it helps your body's immune system. It gives it literally a stronger immune system. So this is just 1/2 of a sweet onion. And then I have 1 mean jalapeno. I thought, oh, how much of this pepper do I need? And it was just a regular medium-sized jalapeno, and this guy has got some kick to it. So I do not need to add any red pepper flakes. If you do sometimes come across kind of a wimpy jalapeno and you like a little more power, then go ahead and put like red pepper flakes or a serrano. A serrano pepper is a nice option too, and these sometimes can be a little hotter than the jalapeno, so that gives you an option as well. And I'll just give this a quick toss. I have the tomatoes, onions, jalapeno. I also have I had fresh garlic on hand. You could use garlic powder, which is good too, but I had fresh garlic, so I thought I would just go ahead and use that and put some of it in. Give it a dice. But what my favorite ingredient in here is going to be is the cilantro. I love cilantro. I think it's just a delicious herb. I love how it is full of flavor, vitamins, and nutrients, and it's just it's readily available everywhere now, which makes it really great to be able to use. I often will top a salad with it because it just adds a whole different flavor. You could do top a salad with dill or this. Also, if you wanted to make this more like a salad, you could add cucumbers to it, and that is really, really fresh. You could go lighter on the jalapeno and add more of like a cucumber base, and it's delicious that way too. I'm just really kind of mincing up my cilantro. I use the stems too, because they have flavor and they're crunchy, and I like the crunch factor added into mine. I'll turn this where you can kind of see it. But that is really just a delicious way to do it. I also have some pink Himalayan salt, which just add a little bit to it, and I have some lime. You could add lemon or lime, it really doesn't matter, both of them are delicious. They add even more vitamin C. The tomatoes, of course, are packed full with it. And onions actually have, they help to regulate blood sugar. Jalapenos have vitamin A, C, and K. I thought that was kind of fun to hear too. So this is actually a vitamin-filled dish. So we have our lime juice, our pink Himalayan salt, our cilantro, our onions, and our really mean jalapeno, who will kick up the dish. Some friends of mine who own a Mexican restaurant, they eat seafood as well, and they will add shrimp to this and make it a side salad. And you guys, if you haven't tried that and you do eat seafood, you'll probably like that as well. It's always a party favorite at their house. So I have this, and I'll do a close-up, but before I do, I wanted to give you some ideas. One thing that my friends who own the Mexican restaurant do for me is they take a corn tortilla, they have a gluten-free variety, they load the Pico De Gallo on it, and then they can add, you can add some fresh avocado to it, or you can add fresh mango to it. That's always good with it too. And you can just eat it as a big tortilla, a big fresh taco. And then I top it with even a little more cilantro because I like it. You could also use romaine lettuce and eat it like a salad boat. Just load it up with it, and it has delicious flavor and goes really well with it. You could also, instead of chips, I have a brown rice, flax, and sesame and sunflower seeds, and it's gluten-free, it's no MSG, no trans fat, no cholesterol. It's got all the good things. You can eat it with chips, which is pretty traditional. You could also make slices on your mandolin, or just tiny little slices, and use this as your chip. Like, you could use a zucchini or a cucumber, and those could make a totally raw, you could have a totally raw Mexican dinner that way, which is really good. So you can use this as a topper. You could add it to a salad. You could also steam some rice and add this on top. And that's really a really good way to do it. When you're cooking the rice, and I think I'm going to do a Mexican rice video, because that's something that my friend's mom taught me before she passed away, was how she made her authentic Mexican rice, and it was delicious. There's nothing, I've never had one quite like it. So I think I might do that on a future video, so we can just go ahead and get the guacamole, the pico, and everything. Of course, guacamole would be smart to accompany this dish because it's so good. But anyway, this is it. Pico De Gallo, delicious, fresh, ready for summer, and just a great add-on to a dish as well as a dip on its own. So let's give it a try. That is one kicking jalapeno in there, and I love it. That is so good. Yum. I'm going to serve this with homemade guacamole tonight and some fresh tortillas or salad leaves. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe. I hope you give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe. And if you have any requests, ideas, or any other information you'd like to have, just comment in the box below. And thanks for watching.